Alright, checking it with the ruler. It looks pretty good. Not too shabby. There's supposed to be a little drop off right here. It's supposed to be fairly flat and then drop off. And you can see the drop off, the light through there and right here. This one's supposed to be a little more pronounced, but it's not as much. But it's fairly uniform across, so I'm just going to call it good. I gotta finish a little bit more sanding down in here, and then we'll see what it looks like. I might have to put another small skim film on it again, so we'll see. All right, I had to put another coat on. Sorry, I forgot to show you me putting it on. I just was going to town and kind of forgot about it, so oh well. There's plenty of more to see. I'll probably sand this down a little bit up here, maybe put some filler in it. So I don't know. It's actually looking pretty good, but I can still feel a little bit of ridge. I think I'm going to go ahead and tap that down right there. So let me go find my trusty little hammer here. And I use the one that's got a little bit of a curve to it, not too much. This one's more flat, but while we were tapping with some paint, we put this duct tape on it to help protect it a little bit more. But that was another part of the job somewhere else. I don't remember if we even showed it. I don't think we did. So anyways, let me tap this down here a little bit. Remember, you don't tap too hard, and you don't tap off on the corners. You tap just flat. That's a lot better right there. This is still a little high here, so I'm going to tap it. Alright, I think that'll work. Just a little bit there. It doesn't take much. The metal is fairly soft, so it'll make a nice load impression. So now I need to sand all this off and put some body filler up in here and then reblend it. So let me get to that. See, this part of the car wasn't welded on, so it should still have a fairly good transition, but this was welded on and it might have warped it a little bit, so, and it still feels high. This line right here is correct. So like I said, somewhere between this line, and this gully down here, we have to have a smooth transition, and we have to take in compensation for the weld too. So it's a dance. You have to play the average with it to make it look right. I don't know if you remember, but I talked about having to do the transitions and that you have to work in areas that aren't necessarily in the area you're currently working, because it has to flow smooth. So that's why that's why I'm working up in here. I know I have to sand this up in here anyway, so I might as well work on it. You can see the metals coming through right here and here, and you can't see it on the camera, but there's a couple of strikes of metal through here, so I know it's fairly consistent. And you can see it was a little low right here. I don't know if you can. Let me look on the camera. Nope, you can't see it. Let me go up a little bit. There you go. All right, so you can, I don't know if you can really see it or not, but there's a dark gray line right here, and it's barely in the Bondo, and that's where the weld had set down a little bit in here. So we need to sand that out too to get all of it out, but it's starting to shape up really nice through here. So let me get back at it. Let's walk you over to it. There you go. So it's you can see it's starting to shape up pretty good. I'm a little worried about this area right here though. But the only reason I'm worried about this area here is because this seems a little high, and this is a little high, and this is low. And anytime you're even doing a cross pattern, sometimes the metal won't come off, but the paper will flex, and it'll get in there and it'll kind of dig out a little valley between the two. So I'll have to really keep an eye on that. So I'm running my hand up here and I can feel a little bit of a valley there, so I might even have to tap that down a little bit. I didn't want to because it's on the edge right here, but I think I'm gonna have to tap that. So let me grab my hammer. All right, so we're here. So it's pretty thick right in here because there's a couple layers. Well, actually the panel is here. Sorry about that. The panel is here. The main body is here, and they overlap about this far. And then part of this is the weld up in here. So I guess I can put that with put some filler in there to kind of help that along. I prefer to use the metal edge, as I've said many times before, but sometimes you can't get away from it. You just got to have a little bit of filler there. So anyways, let me get back at it again. I'll probably put some filler up in here, finish sanding this off and see where it's at, and see if I need to put any filler in here too. So let me get back at it. That's one of the reasons I save these junk pieces like this. They work real good in getting that outer layer of plastic off, and down to the layer where you actually want to be, the light pink area. Wasn't paying attention, and the paper got off the black area. Started putting black streaks in my body filler here, so I'm gonna have to get that off there. Sure. That's petroleum based, and paint doesn't like to stick to it, so I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit, make sure that doesn't happen again. Alright, this is starting to shape up good. Let me fix this paper issue. There we go. I just had to lift it up and then slide it over a little bit and then squish it back down. Now it's over the little black rubber stuff. These are some cheap Harbor Freight things. They work, but they really stink too. They smell like charcoal or something. They're weird. But they work, so, and they're cheap, so I use them. This little sharp edge right here is a weld edge. I don't know if you can see that on the video or not. Let me put this on here. It's almost got like a little crown here, but that's where some of the welding was, and the body filler's filling in the rest. So let me keep working at it. Need to sand this because this edge was good, but the welding is where it's in question. So obviously we didn't get that ground down enough, and I could go probably regrind all this, but it's easier just to tap it down and just put a little bit of filler in, since it's going to have filler in anyways. So let me get that. That's better. So now I can blend that with some filler. Well, tubes, that's pretty much the end of this one. We're going to catch you in the next one where we actually put some more filler on, and we keep working on that top half of that rear quarter panel, and we start to put in a little bit more filler up there on that sail panel where you can see in the picture up there. So that being said, thanks for watching, and God bless you all, and we'll catch you in the next one. Keith Nunny out. Bye.